Good morning, Mr. Robinson. Good morning. Would you please state and spell your name for the record? Maurice Robinson. Maurice Robinson. And I notice you're in some kind of jumpsuit. Where are you currently located? Talbot County Jail. And why are you in jail? I got locked up last year. Did you? Were you convicted of a criminal offense? Did you plead guilty? Yes, sir. What did you plead guilty to? Possession of crack cocaine with intent to distribute. Have you entered into a plea agreement with the United States? Yes, sir. And are you testifying today pursuant to the terms of that plea agreement? Yes, sir. Other than that guilty plea, do you have a criminal record? Yes, sir. Will you please tell the jury about those convictions? Been convicted of possession of a firearm by a felon, sale and delivery, crack cocaine, racketeering, Hobbs Act robbery, and attempt with possession with attempt to sell and delivery crack cocaine. You stated that one of your convictions was racketeering. Is that right? Yes, sir. Did you plead guilty with respect to that conviction? Yes, I pled guilty. Did you cooperate with the government with respect to that conviction? Yes, sir. Mr. Robinson, I want to take a quick step back to your background. Where did you grow up? Monroe, Charlotte, and Gastonia area. You said Monroe, Charlotte, and Gastonia area? Yes, sir. Where did you spend your youth? Monroe. Monroe. Where did you live after Monroe? Charlotte. And after that? Gastonia. Have you been a North Carolina resident all of your life? Yes, sir. And how old are you right now? 28. You had mentioned that you have a conviction for racketeering. Was that with respect to your membership in a gang? Yes, sir. And what gang would that be? 9 Trey. That's 9 Trey Gangsters? Yes, sir. Is that also a part of the United Blood Nation? Yes, sir. When did you become a member of the 9 Trey Gangsters? 2004. And how did you become a member? I got jumped in. And what does that mean? Please explain that to the jurors. You gotta fight 3 or 5 members of the gang for 31 seconds. 31 seconds? Yes, sir. And where were you when you got jumped in and joined the 9 Trey Gangsters? Originally McDowell Detention Center. Were you in jail at that time? Yes, sir. And who recruited you? Other gang members. And why did you want to join at that time? I had a problem with the Crips at the time in the jail, so you joined the 9 Treys? Yes, sir. And you said it was 2004. How old were you at the time? 2004. I was like 13, 14 years old. Did you get a gang name? Yes, sir. What is that? They call me Hell Rell or Ruger Rell. Hell Rell, or what was the second name? Blue Rell. Ruger. Oh, Ruger. Yes, Your Honor. Why do UBN members have gang names? Well, objection, Your Honor. He didn't testify to that. But he hadn't laid a foundation. I'm sorry? He hadn't laid a foundation. There's been no testimony. Go back and lay a foundation. Do other UBN members have gang names like yours? Yes, sir. Why do they have gang names? To keep like citizen, normal people from knowing who we are and knowing our regular names. By normal people, what do you mean? Normal society, police, stuff like that. Is including the police, you said? Yes, sir. Do you have any gang-related tattoos? Yes, sir. Can you please describe them to the jury? I have Damu life. Damu. We'll stop after each one to make sure we understand it. You said Damu life? Yes, sir. What does Damu mean? Blood. What else do you have? 110% dog. What does that mean? It's 110%. Mentality is what we live by. And dog is the dog. We got dog paws, blood. So 110% dog. And I've got 5-point stars. 5-point star, you said? Yes, sir. Thank you. Anything else? I got MOB. What does that stand for, Mr. Robinson? Member of Blood. Thank you. And I got dog paws. And that's about it, sir. What are the dog paws? They left 3 dog paws representing the dog paw. 3 burns. 3 burns? What shape are those burns in? 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Is there a particular shape that they're in? Like a triangle shape. Circles? Yes, sir. Thank you. And do you hold any rank or positions within the 9 trade gangsters? Yes, sir. Please walk the jury through the various ranks and positions that you held. I started off as a foot soldier in 2004, and then around that time we was using Unofficial Chapter in 2004, and then in 2008 I had 3-star, and then from 3-star I went to 5-star, 5-star to the low. And you said in 2004 your Bloods were an Unofficial Chapter? Yes, sir. Did they become an official chapter at some point? Yes, sir, in 2008. What does it mean to go from unofficial to official? We was in the North Carolina chapter in 2004, and in 2008 we got in a New York line. We got in a sanctioned line, a line that was approved from up top, the higher ranks. And who approves you? SI. Magoo Sanctioned our hood in 2008. And where are they located? In New York. And you said what was your final position with the 9 trade gangsters? I was a low. What does that mean to be a low? Please describe. I was one of the highest ranked in North Carolina, but it's the 3rd highest rank in the gang. And what's above a low? A high, and then a GF. And approximately what year did you hold the rank of low? 2012. And at that time, who was above you? SI. What position was he? The GF. Was there a high above you at that time? No, sir. Were you aware of any North Carolina highs while you were a 9 tray? Yes, sir. Who were they? G-Red and Omega. When was G-Red a high in North Carolina? From the beginning of 2012 to before I even came in, sir. And when was Omega a high in North Carolina? Omega, just before I came in also. I believe you stated that you became a 9 tray member while you were in prison. Is that right? Yes, sir. Did you eventually get released from prison after that? Yes, sir. And did you remain a 9 tray while you were outside prison? Yes, sir. And did you meet with and work with other 9 tray gangsters outside of prison? Objection, Your Honor. Just to the leading. Well, rephrase it. You became a 9 tray gangsters member while you were in prison. Is that correct? Yes, sir. So would you see and associate with other 9 tray gangsters in prison? From while I was free? While you were in prison, were you associating with other 9 tray gangsters? Yes, sir. When you were released from prison, did you continue to associate with other 9 tray gangsters? Yes, sir. Did you associate with 9 tray gangsters that were out on the street, not in prison? That's the only thing I associated with when I was a gang member, sir. Both in prison and on the streets? Yes, sir. Thank you. And where did you operate as a member of the 9 tray gangsters? In Gastonia and Charlotte area. And approximately, to your knowledge, how many other 9 tray gangsters were there in Gastonia and Charlotte? Hundreds. Hundreds? Yes, sir. And were most of them above you or subordinate to you? Most of them were under me most of my time as a 9 tray member. And were there any other lows in North Carolina while you were a 9 tray gangster? Yes, sir. And who were they? KO, Bonds, B-Red, Black Montana, 730. Them were the ones who was mostly pushing that district. Approximately how many 5-star generals were there in North Carolina? There's a lot, sir. And 4-star generals? It's a lot. You assign members positions to hold down the ranking in their position and position in their rank. Are you familiar with the term lineup? Yes, sir. What is that? It's like a lineup, because I had the low and I had my own lineup. It would be whoever was up under me within the 5, the 4, and 3. And they fall within my lineup. They fall within my line. So is it fair to say there could be multiple lineups? Yes, sir. But are the lineups still 9 tray gangsters members? They all root back to the same, to one of the GFs. And what is the rank above a high? The GF. What does GF stand for? Godfather. And who is, do you know the godfather of the 9 Trey Gangsters at the time? S.I. Magoo. And roughly what year were they the godfathers of the 9 Trey Gangsters? From 2012, from after I came in. And what do you know about this S.I.?